Just wanted to pop in here and tell you that we're going to do two things right now. We're going to show off the really cool booth at Specialty Coffee Expo for ground control, and second, we're going to show off a clip of me brewing on a ground control at their headquarters in Oakland. If you haven't ever had coffee out of a ground control, I would really urge you to try to visit some of the shops that have a ground control, because the coffee coming out of this machine is insane.
All right, everyone.
Yeah, my ground control, it's super cool to be here. We're at Expo, and just here with Ellie, and he's going to show us all the cool stuff.
So we have our booth takeovers. Right here we're brewing La Mula. It's a Panamanian geisha with our friends out in Marin. Willem Boot and his team, Valerian, brought this and shared this with us. So we're brewing a gallon of some of the best coffee in the world, auction lot coffee, on the ground control. So ground control is a new way of batch brewing coffee. It not only makes hot coffee that's as good as it gets, better than a well-made pour-over consistently, but it also is the most versatile brewer in existence. So what we're doing here is we're using concentrate brewed on ground control, so we could crack 7 TDS on our concentrates and produce a hot latte that tastes as good, if not better. It's actually a lot cleaner than a hot latte made on an espresso machine. So we're brewing the concentrate on ground control, and then we're steaming milk. This is an Astra steamer, so it's a very nice solution for steaming milk without an espresso machine. We have several customers who are powering their entire cafe program without any espresso machine. They're just using ground control.
Yeah.
Over here, we'll take a look. And this is, we're doing also ice lattes on the ground control. So we're brewing a concentrate and mixing it with milk, and then we're pulling it through the brood, which is pulling nitrogen from the air and then dispensing it with the ice latte. So we brew the concentrate, mix it with milk, and then place it through the brood to infuse it with nitrogen. It's delicious.
Yeah, I'll take that. There's been a video that it's taken me a while to work on, but I went over to ground control in Oakland, and to me, honestly, it's amazing.
Thank you.
It really is like a no compromise in cup. You get the best of both worlds, in my opinion, of like a pour over, great clarity, really great body from like an immersion brew, and it's all in a single cup, and it's amazing. And honestly, what I'm just trying to show off is the versatility of this. Like, look at this, we're making all these different drinks with one machine.
It's a game changer for our customers, both in terms of the quality that the cup produces. I mean, it's as good as it gets. It's astounding how consistent this system is.
This is really good.
Thank you. We're brewing Intelligentsia Black Hat. They're one of our longtime customers. We're in their Pasadena and in their Venice Beach cafes.
Yeah.
We're really proud to be working with them and showcasing our technology.
Yeah. I mean, this right here is insanely smooth, and it's a batch brewed ice. I mean, this is awesome.
Thank you, Brian.
I'm also going to try the hot coffee. This is what you can use these machines for. And we're just going to do the hot coffee now.
Here, Brian.
There's the hot coffee.
So this is the washed Ethiopian from our partners at Onyx Coffee Lab right here.
Oh, so there's the Onyx coffee.
So they have over 20 machines within their cafes and with their wholesale customers.
Yeah. And if you take a look at some of these, you can totally customize them. Like, it's all black, and it's also built in the Bay Area.
Yes,
local to
handmade
me.
in the Bay Area. So we're really proud to be bringing manufacturing to the U.S., to the Bay Area, and to control every step of our quality control process.
God, it's so good.
Thank you.
It's like, it's just, again, it's to get the clarity that you like, one of the best pour overs in the world, combined with all of those great things that you like in an immersion brew. It's just mind-blowing, honestly.
You.
I love this stuff so much. Going to be making a video with them that I go over to ground control, show off the whole place, and show off this guy, because he does cool stuff, and we'll see that coming soon on the channel. But otherwise, I just want to thank Ellie for just being here, doing what he does, and just wanted to drop this in. I guess this is a preview video for the real video.
Thank you.
I just love the coffee coming out of this
really
machine.
appreciate it, Brian.
Yeah.
Enjoy the show.
Thanks so much. So this is brewed concentrate.
But about a 6.5 TDS.
Pretty soon.
Yeah. So this is what's really cool with this is you can make concentrate and you can pour latte art into it. It's really good. Wow. Well, made by Cameo here. But yeah, this stuff is super cool.
So the first step is we're gonna weigh out the coffee. We're gonna grind the coffee. I'm just gonna try out this from High Wire. Yeah, so this was in the previous brew, but if you take a look at this, you know what's different with this and your normal pour-overs? Look how dry that is. There's no drippiness at all. All I have to do is, I'm just gonna take a filter. I'm just gonna take this filter. I think I just put it in here. Make sure that the bottom is at least touching here. Just gonna add the coffee in. Slide it in. Got a carafe here and sticking it over here. And so there are all these different templates here. So I'm just gonna use this East African profile since we were using this anyway. And all I have to do, this is very difficult here, is you just hit this big brew button. Like that. Now I just wait. And all I had to do is grind the coffee, put it in here with the filter, and pick a profile, and then hit brew. And when I'm done, all I should have to do is take that filter out, and that filter is gonna be really dry, and I just throw it out. It's so easy. I wish it was this easy at home. Now I'm just gonna wait and let this brew and enjoy some coffee. So I added the water in there, and then now when you hear the machine actually ramp up, you'll hear the vacuum, and then it will suck up the first cycle. So this profile has 2 cycles. I also really like the design of this. So this is synthetic quartz. So this is synthetic quartz here, and this panel comes off, and there's a lot of customizations with all of these machines. So if you're a cafe and you want different, a different visual aesthetic to fit your cafe, it really works out. Here we go. The system's now going to be sucking the coffee from the first cycle through. And we're gonna see that come up here. And again, the second tube here is a vacuum. So that's kind of how the system works, and it gets sucked in. And here we go. Just really cool to look at. So after this first cycle is done, what's going to happen is the coffee is then going to just be distributed through here. That's the first cycle. And then, see, there's all that beautiful layering, which is really nice. And then when that's completed, it's just gonna come through here, get our first cycle, and then we do a second cycle, we combine both of them together. So there you go. And it's a straight through drop, which is super cool. Now that's the second cycle, you hear the machine again, and there we go. And it's using completely fresh water, and then it's gonna also drop through, and we're gonna get our combined brew, and we're gonna taste it, and it's most likely going to be good. From the coffee I've tasted here, it seems like it's actually pretty hard to do a really bad brew with a system like this. There we go, second cycle is now going through, and we're combining both of them together. All we have to do, this is the most difficult part, is we take this filter, which is dry, that, pretty much no drip there, and then I just toss it, and I'm done. So that was a super frictionless experience of brewing, and this coffee, if you can take a look in here, this coffee's got a nice foam to it. It just visually looks super pretty. But I'm gonna pour myself a cup of this and try it out. All right. The aromatics on all these coffees have all been really good. Every brew is like, I just get aromatics. This profile, we were still brewing at such a really long ratio, 1 to 17. It's good. Just this brewing methodology just seems to work so well. I get a very clear presentation of the coffee, yet there's not a lack of
body that you would expect at such a large ratio, and there's really no kind of defect in this. This is just an enjoyable cup, and I think for a coffee shop, that's that was easy. It was so easy to make a cup that was just enjoyable to a customer. This is something that I think a lot of people chase at home. Kind of quickly to summarize, it again, to me, just really reminds me of all the best properties of a filter brew as well as an immersion brew. All the things that you enjoy in both of them smashed together in a single cup. It really removes a lot of the problems that can occur with certain brew methods. For example, like an immersion brew might not be as clear as you may like in a pour over, but then in a pour over, if you do such a large ratio or you mess up your technique, you can end up with a watery cup. None of that has been present in the many ground control brews that I've had today, which is just so fascinating to me, because I feel like I'm trying to nitpick here. I'm trying to find something genuinely wrong with these cups. I'm kind of thinking about a perspective here where it's like, if you're a customer, you walk into a coffee shop, you order a cup from a shop that has a ground control unit, you can expect a good brew. I don't really think that's very far-fetched to say. I know some people, they go to a coffee shop, they order a pour over, and they kind of might be disappointed because there's so many variables. That's technique. If you see a shop with this, you can pretty much safely say that you're gonna get something good, which is fascinating. What do you think?
Well, this is pretty good too. Not bad.
Since every single
Everyone's pretty good.
every single brew we've done
Not
is good. This is
It's good.
This is so weird. This is
It's very smooth. Again, I said before, it's very smooth. Pretty good. Usually, most of the coffee is very sour, and this is pretty good.